class at the Farm Institute. Welcome to our kitchen, also. Some of you have been here in the past, and those who have not, welcome. I hope that you can join us soon once we are all healthy and happy and safe again. And I hope that you guys are all joining us from a place of health and happiness too. And who can't be happy right now because we're going to make some pizza. It's going to be great. My name is Lily, and I'm the education manager here at the Farm Institute. So I might know some of you from farm camp or from a field trip that you've done here. Also joining me today, we have Lindsay, who's our engagement manager. She's going to be streaming for our Facebook audience. And then we also have Becky, who used to be an FBE here, you might know her from camp, helping out and volunteering for our Instagram live feed. Also is why I'm panning back and forth, so I'll try and give everybody as much attention as I can. But while we're waiting for some people to join us and to find their way to their computers and their kitchens, getting ready to cook, for those who are here with us, I'd love for you guys to comment your name and maybe where you're streaming in from today. I can't see where you're coming in from, but I'm going to have both Becky and Lindsay share out where you guys are from and who's joining us. Do we have anybody joining us today?
Or yeah, a couple people.
So feel free, like I said.
I can't see where they're from yet.
Alright, so go ahead and put those comments in there, you guys. I'm just going to get myself a little prep. You guys feel free to share out our friends if and when they join us. I'm going to take off my badge so it doesn't get in the way here today. Alright.
We've got Molly from Chillmark. Hi, friend.
Thank you, Molly, for joining. Great. Alright, well, while we wait, you guys can feel free to, we'll tell our other friends who join us later too. This video will be not only just living as a live video, but after we're going to save it and then post it to our different channels as well. For those who want to watch it later, feel free to share that to your friends who you think might be interested. Might want to make some pizza later on this week. And then hopefully we'll get it up on our YouTube channel as well.
We've got Alicia from Winchester, Mass. Hello and welcome.
Hi, welcome. Thanks for joining in. Awesome. All right, guys. So I think we'll get started soon. But first of all, this program is called This Little Piggy Stayed Home. We're going to be offering a few different programs here at the farm. On Tuesdays, we'll be posting our animal story time. And then on Thursdays, we'll be doing our craft and different cooking shows. Next week, we're going to be doing some naturally dyed eggs. All right. So, and we should also say that we would love for you guys to give a follow to our coastal teams. They're going to be posting on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays to fill in those other gaps for the day. You can have a full week of trustees programming from the Vineyard. And their Instagram handle is @TheTrusteesNV, and their Facebook is @TrusteesNV. All right, guys. So,
I've got someone from New Jersey. Just wanted to shout it out.
All right. Jersey native.
We have
Also got Antoinette's friend Marie. Hi, Marie.
Jenna from Hanson, Nora Connor, and James from Easton. Hi, everyone.
Great. Awesome. I'm happy so much other people are joining in. Great. Feel free, like I said, to share this out with your friends who may not know that this is going on right now, and you can send it over to them if they have a free second to watch some pizza. All right, great. So before we get started, you should all, I already have my apron on, but the most important thing that we do before cooking, and that we should all be doing a lot of these days, is washing our hands. So if you guys want to follow me over, that's of course the first thing that we're going to do today. Also, we need to turn our oven on to preheat. So if you are home following along with us, you guys can turn on your ovens to 425. All right. Almost there. Oh. All right. Awesome. All right, so, and you'll notice that we are keeping our good triangle of 6 feet from each other today in our marked out areas. So I'm sure you've all seen on the CDC and our wonderful health officials that are telling us how to properly wash our hands. You want to get some nice warm water. You're going to soak and lather up. And for our friends watching along, I hope that you will join me in some Old MacDonald. You guys want to sing too, Becky and Lindsay?
Yeah.
Old MacDonald had a farm,
E-I-E-I-O.
and
On his farm he had some
pigs.
E-I-E-I-O.
With
With a oink here and an oink right there. Here an oink, there an oink, everywhere an oink right. Old MacDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O.
Alright, that's a good getting under the fingernails and getting all around your hands. Washing off. Especially to keep everything even cleaner. I know it's using a little bit more water, but you want to use your clean towel to dry your hands and turn off your water. Alright. So, now's the fun part. So we will get cooking. You can see our spread today we have here. So we are going to be taking our pizza dough recipe from this wonderful book called Earth to Table by Jeff Crump and Bettina Schormann. And this is a great recipe that it can make one batch that we're going to do today can make one large pizza dough. It can also be divided into 4 to make some tiny personal pizzas. Since we're all adults here, we want to eat a little bit more pizza. We're going to be using half of this recipe once we're going to make the full, but then divide it in 2. So I'll have that here next to me. All right, and we're going to get started. So if you are cooking along with us at home, which I hope you are, if not, come back to this later and you can follow along. We're just going to be using a good old bowl and spatula and some hands. And if you do have a KitchenAid or a stand mixer at home, you guys are welcome to use that. You can put your paddle attachment on first, use that for about 5 minutes, and then switch over to the dough hook, and that's also in this book. But since we may not all have one at home, I know I don't, I really want one, we're going to be using this bowl and our hands, which is fun for all ages to be able to get in there. All right, so we are going to start off with, first we have our 3 cups of all-purpose flour. There's 1. And you guys can use any flour that you have at home. That's 2. You can use whole grain, you can use spelt. For my gluten-free friends at home, if you guys have a gluten-free all-purpose flour, feel free to use that as well. We also have this local grain here called Lost and Found grain that you can pick up at Mermaid Farm. Love using our local ingredients whenever possible too. Alright, so we have our 3 cups of flour in our bowl. And the next thing that we're going to be adding is our 2 teaspoons, I should say, of our instant yeast. So we're using the Fleischmann's Instant Yeast fast acting today. And every pack is about 2 to 2 1/4 teaspoons. And you'll notice that this is going in before our salt, and that is because yeast is a living organism, just like mold or bacteria, and salt can sometimes inhibit, which means to kind of like slow down the process of what we want the yeast to be doing. And the yeast, since it is living, it's going to be eating the sugars. Since we will be putting some honey in there too, it's going to eat away at those sugars. And what it expels or gives out is alcohol and carbon dioxide. So the alcohol burns off and cooks, but the carbon dioxide, what we really need that's the air. That's what's helping this dough to actually rise and grow like we want it to for our pizza dough. All right, so our yeast is in with our flour. Gonna give it a nice stir around in our bowl with our spatula or whisk or whatever you have, but sometimes a spatula can help, especially when making dough, to be able to get around the sides. So our yeast is in there, and next we want our salt. So we're going to be using 1 teaspoon of salt. So you have your measuring spoon and 1 teaspoon. Throw it in there.
It's also great, I know we were just talking about yeast as a living organism, to kind of mix your flour and your yeast together before you add your salt, because like we said, it is a living organism. It just protects it a little bit from salt.
Exactly. All right. So now that our salt is in there as well, we get to, so that's our dry ingredients, and now we're going to be mixing in our wet ingredients. So the first thing we will put in is our extra virgin olive oil. We're going to be using a tablespoon of that today. And you guys can use any oils that you may have at home or any fats. So if you have avocado oil, that works. If you have sunflower oil, safflower, veggie, whatever you got, throw it in there. So there is our olive oil. And we are also going to be using some honey today. So we have this great local honey from the Vineyard, from Island Bee Company. Thank you guys. And if you don't have honey, don't worry about it. It's an optional thing to add into your pizza. But it just kind of helps to, it gives it a different flavor, kind of helps caramelize the crust a little bit because it has that extra sugar in there. And it helps your yeast kind of eat that as well. It gives it a really nice, like fluffy, doughy texture. Alright, so we need a teaspoon of that.
Especially if you're making grilled pizza, honey is really great because it kind of, like Lily said, it caramelizes it a little bit, so it gives it that nice crunch that you're looking for from someone who loves grilled pizza.
Yeah, I'm grilled. Wish we had that option today. Yeah. Alright.
Great, we have someone tuning in from Fairhaven, Mass, who came here a few years ago with their culinary students. Hi, Christine.
Thanks for joining. Alright, I'm just going to give my hands a quick rinse. Got some honey on. Alright, so our honey and our oil is in there. And then the last of our wet ingredients, the recipe calls for 1.5 cups of water. But we're not going to be using it all at once. So for our kids following along at home today, we have 1.5, and we only want to use 1 cup. What should be left over? We'll find out. It's going to be 1.5 cup left over. So we'll only put in our 1 cup for now. Gotta keep checking that. Use about enough. Okay. A little more. Oh, almost there. Alright. So if my videographers want to come a little bit closer while still maintaining our 6 feet, you guys can see that it's already starting to bubble. I don't know if you can see it from there. I hope you can. Maybe you can zoom in. I don't know if that's an option on our lives, but that means that the yeast is already starting to work. You can see, look at those awesome bubbles that are starting to form in there. That's our carbon dioxide already getting released from our living yeast. All right, so I will start to mix them around in there and get them moving. You'll also notice that we use a ceramic bowl today. And just like Lindsay was saying about how the salt can kind of slow the yeast, the stainless steel can sometimes do the same. So that's why we're using this just to mix. And then we will transfer it into our bowl later and it'll be fine. So if you're using a stand mixer, this is kind of when you would want to switch over to your dough once it's starting to come together a little bit like this. But for my friends following along at home with me, now is the fun part. With your nice clean hands now. And for any age group, you guys can get your hands in there. That's the best part. Just hoping that you really want it to, you can see that's already kind of getting stretchy. And that's good. That's all the gluten in there starting to make it nice and stretchy and dough, all those proteins. All right. So mainly too, you see that the honey, you're going to want that to spread out amongst your dough as well. All right. So then once it kind of comes together enough, we're going to be transferring it over to our cutting board, and that really helps to get the dough together a whole lot better than in our bowl here. So let's make a little bit of room. And wherever your dough is, you can just throw a little bit extra onto your cutting board so you don't get your dough stiff. It's fine. All right. So throw that down. Move this out of the way for now. And right now you can see it already is starting to come together a little more. There's some pieces that are a little more wet than others. So yeah, I'm going to be incorporating this for a bit, but then once it is completely incorporated, we're going to want to knead it as well. So I'll start to do that. But while I'm doing that, I'd love to hear, for those who are tuned in, if you guys have been cooking at home, what are maybe some new recipes that you've been trying? Have you made pizza? Have you been making something you've never made before? I'd love to hear. So hop into those comments if you guys have been making some food at home. I'd love to hear. While we're waiting on that, Becky or Lindsay, you guys want to share anything that you guys have been making at home?
I've been baking personally. I love to bake, but these are all good things for the restless hands that are stuck in quarantine right now, especially pizza. It's a great family thing to do because you can, like Lily said, split it up and everyone can kind of personalize their own little quarter, which is nice.
I've been making a lot of mac and cheese for my son. But also, I did make some homemade English muffins the other day, which I rarely make. That was a post bedtime baking activity, but that's a fun activity too. Not so good with kids. I tried to cook with my son yesterday, and I think I sent Lily a picture. He turned on the KitchenAid at full blast with flour in it. He's like 1.5, so there's flour everywhere. And then he proceeded to try to turn it on when it was up. So he might not be coming to these classes for another year or so.
A few years, the most important part.
Yeah.
Awesome. So as you guys can see, while we were talking, we just added a little bit of extra butter. It needed a touch of that, and even just that little touch really made all of those little pieces come together. And so you can kind of knead however you feel comfortable. The way that I like to do is that you'll see I'm kind of folding it over once, like that. You're going to use a lot of like your palm strength and push down on them. And then I just kind of give it a flip, and you're kind of folding it over twice, like that. Just really working in the honey. You want to make sure that's nice and distributed among your flour and your dough so that you can have some nice caramelized crust all around the outside. And already just by kneading, we're already kind of starting to have it come together like a nice little dough like that. So I think that's enough of our dough from scratch. The next step, once you have it ready like this, is that, like I said, we really want this to rise. So we're going to be adding it to our bowl. It says to do a grease bowl, just kind of helps it stick a little bit, or not stick a little bit. So just put a little bit of olive oil in there, spread it around a little, and get your dough ball a little. Some oil on it as well. And once it is in there, we are going to be taking a clean rag, and you want to get that nice and damp, because we don't want our dough to dry out. So once you have, I'm just kind of throwing it together here, but at home, just get a nice clean hand rag, you'll throw it over, and then let this sit out for at least an hour or more, because you really want this dough to like double in size. And when it's room temperature and nice and warm, it's easier to work with when you're getting ready to make your dough too. So I'm just going to toss this over to the side for now. We'll make another pizza later. And it's good to keep it in a nice warm spot, so even covered and over by the window or in some sunlight, it's great. It's going to really help that yeast to do its thing. Alright, awesome. So since we wouldn't have time to let that rise, and I'm sure you guys don't want to stay here for an hour and sing songs with me while we wait, so we're going to take aside our dough that we have here. Actually, it is still a little cold. Since we made this yesterday, we did let it rise and we kind of stick it in the fridge for a little bit. So I might continue to let this rise actually. And in the meantime, I'm going to show you guys how to make some sauce from scratch for our pizza dough. So let me just get some of my things.
I think it's great to add too, if you don't want to make pizza dough or you're all out of flour because you've been making too many cookies. If you have store-bought pizza dough, totally fine. If you have a loaf of French bread at home, totally fine. Everyone should really be using, and this time, use what you have. I love that great World War II poster. Use what you have, use it up. Don't let things go to waste. I'm probably quoting it wrong, but use what you got.
So now, all the same things apply. That's true. All right. Great. So, by the way, this is some of our hot Italian sausage that we're going to be putting on our pizza today. It is from the Farm Institute, but we will just place it aside for now and deal with it later. And I forgot
And I would just add, so we are going to be putting sausage on our pizza today. We have a plain cheese one as well in the oven, but this is a great way to kind of get local meat into your diet. A little goes a long way on a pizza, so it's kind of a fun way to, like, we just used one sausage link, and that'll be more than enough for one pizza. But if you're looking for ways to kind of stretch your meat into more meals, this is a great way to do it.
All right. So I just grabbed a pot, and we are going to put it on, I'd say medium heat for now, and then it'll simmer as it cooks. So the rest of the simmering. Just following a really simple one that I got offline. It's a 10-minute homemade marinara recipe. You can use any canned tomatoes that you have at home right now if you've been stocking up. We're just going to be using some diced tomatoes, but you can use whole canned tomatoes or crushed or whichever. And if you have fresh tomatoes at home too, it's a great way to use those up if you're not going to throw them in a salad, if you want to make some toast. So that is what we'll start with. Clean this guy up. And while our pot is heating up also, it's a good idea to throw in your olive oil first. And we are going to be using 2 tablespoons of that. And what's great about cooking compared to baking is that you don't have to be exact. You don't have to actually measure it out. You just want to eyeball it. That's great too. Unlike baking, where you really, it is a science, you have to follow all of your measurements. All right. And we're working with an induction stove, which is definitely a little bit more commercial and not what you may find at home. So don't mind me as I'm figuring out the right temperatures here. A little toasty. All right. So our oil is heating up, and we actually, here I'm getting ahead of myself, we need to cut up some garlic. So we're going to use some fresh garlic that we have here, but if you guys have just a little can of minced at home, or if you have even just dry garlic powder, whatever you got, you can throw in there. Just helps to give it some more flavor. Like I said, some of them do already come, even the canned tomatoes are flavored sometimes. They might have an herb blend or something in them. This one's fire roasted, like I said. If you guys can get kind of close, for our kids who may not have used a knife before, they do make wonderful kids' knives that you can use, and finger guards that we have here. But with our garlic, I just want to show you guys a quick way to do that. Instead of trying to peel away at it, you can crush your garlic clove a little bit, and that's going to help to get the skin off of it and help you peel it a little bit better.
And if everyone noticed, the sharp end of the knife is away from the body and away from the hands and on a downward slant, so you're never... We care about our hands.
Yeah. Safety first. Oh.
Exactly. And like we always say during our kids' cooking classes, whatever hand you're not cutting with, is they make a claw like this, and you want that to, what it's doing is protecting your fingertips from the knife while you're cutting, and giving kind of like this edge here of your knuckles while you're chopping. And you always want to be coming down. See how my thumb and my fingers are out of the way of the sharp end of it, and my finger is on top. You can use that for some direction, leverage. So with my claw, I'm just gonna I'm just doing a rough chop. Get our other piece out of the way. Doesn't have to be perfect. You can dice it, you can mince it. It's up to you how much garlic you want to use, how big you like your pieces of it in there. I personally could never be a vampire because, my goodness, I eat way too much garlic. I never think it's enough. So I would use this whole bowl, but that's just me. So there's our one. Maybe I'll add one more. Get it out. Did we have anybody else write in about what they've been making at home?
We did not, but we have someone else from New Jersey joining us.
Awesome.
As well as some people from Pennsylvania, West Palm Beach, Florida. Hi, everyone.
Great. Great. Thank you guys for joining.
Got a ton of people tuned in, but I don't know their locations, but that's okay.
Right.
Glad you're here.
All right. Awesome. Thank you, everyone. All right.
Like Lindsay mentioned earlier too, if you don't have fresh garlic, this is a perfect time to use whatever you have in your cupboard or your fridge. It'll all end up tasting wonderful.
We had someone ask about contact-free delivery, so it's kind of a great way to mention that we are doing porch pickups for our meat and our eggs. That's all of our grass-fed beef, all of our pastured pork. We don't have any lamb, unfortunately, at this time, but and eggs. So yeah, you could just email myself, lbrown@thetrustees.org, or Lily L. Robbins @thetrustees.org, and we can set that up and set it up so that you don't have to interact with anybody.
All right. Cool.
And earlier, for those of you that didn't hear on my end, what Lindsay mentioned too, this is a perfect time to show your local farmers some love and get out there with the no contact delivery system and pickup system, so you can get some quality food at a decent price and support your local farmers.
Definitely.
I know Morning Glory is doing it here on the island specifically. Mermaid Farm's a great farm stand. Grey Barn's remaining open, so lots of options. No need to go hungry. No need to brave the masses at Stop and Shop or Crump either.
Great. So I just threw in our 2 cloves of garlic into our oil, and I had turned it down a little bit.
Oh, it smells good.
And now it's blinking, so it should be on. There we go. It wasn't on. Awesome. Okay. So next we are sauteing that for our 2 minutes, stirring constantly until it is golden brown and fragrant. So I wish there was a way that I could pass along the smell of this to you guys, because it's already starting to smell pretty great.
Melinda joined in. Hi, Melinda.
Thanks for joining.
We've got some folks from Arizona, some people from Rhode Island.
Great.
So it's nice to see our a lot of our summer visitors from wide and far tuning in. Thanks,
Thank
everyone.
you guys for the support.
All the people still on Instagram tuning in, feel free to still comment where you're from so I can shout you out.
Yes. Oh, and also, I mean, if you guys have any questions or comments while we're doing this, feel free to throw those into the comments as well. That's great. We can answer, hopefully, any and all questions. Alright, so we'll clean up. Cool. Alright. So, just for the sake of time today, once your garlic is nice and a little brown and starting to smell up your entire kitchen, is when we are going to throw in our tomatoes. And you guys maybe one at a time can come over and take a look, or keep an distance, and you can stir that
so
Lindsay,
good.
so that we're keeping distance from each other.
We've got somebody from Framingham. We're at a house in OB. Welcome.
Oh, thank you.
Hopefully we'll see you this summer.
Fingers crossed. We're all staying safe. All right. And yeah, come on over for our Instagrammers.
It smells glorious.
That's all it is our fire roasted tomatoes and our garlic. And you can even, while using your wooden spoon, kind of be smushing the potatoes up against the side a little bit. It depends on your liking too. Sometimes, I mean, I don't mind a decent chunk of tomato on my pizza, but some people would rather have it like a really smooth puree. If you have a blender at home, you can throw it in there afterward. If you have an immersion blender, you can just go right in there and blend it up. And we're just gonna add some salt and some pepper. And if you have any fresh herbs, if you have a garden at home, or even if you have a window box, if you have an apartment, some herbs have, I know Lindsay mentioned before, we had a pretty mild winter, so we had some herbs that are still kicking around, some rosemary coming up, things like that.
Thyme is great in here. I know most thyme here on the island at least survived the winter, so thyme and tomatoes are like a marriage. Happy couple.
Yeah.
Chives are already available for harvest, as you can see. They overwinter fine.
Alright. So, get that in my space a little bit. But you can make at home. For the sake of time today, we're going to let that keep cooking and doing its thing, but we have some store-bought, and of course during these times, if you have, this will hold up really well if you have some store-bought sauce that you can use. If you're getting sick of just pasta and sauce, you can make some pizza. So we're just going to be using that marinara sauce today. Yeah, and we will get started on our dough, and it still is a little chilly, but we will do our best to make sure that we don't get any holes in there. But like I said, we want to even kind of compare this to the dough that we made. It almost looks similar to that size of, this is only half of that initial amount that we made. So you can tell how much that it has risen over the course of the night. And the other half of this is actually right in there, because I can be able to show you guys after. All right.
Is that, I know a lot of times people like push their dough down with their finger and it should rise back up a little bit. Is that doing you want to give it a try? Slowly.
Slowly coming back up.
There it goes.
There it's gone.
So that's a good way to tell if it's kind of risen long enough. You'll be able to tell obviously once you look at your dough, once it's risen, you'll be like, wow, that's a fun part for kids too. It's like, wow, that really worked.
A lot bigger, yeah. All right. Oh, even this one got a little dry. I'm just gonna, there's a little bit of oil on here. So you really want to keep this nice and tight. So here's half our pizza. Now I've never worked at a pizzeria. I have never thrown dough, but I'm gonna do my best for you guys today. We're just starting by stretching it out, trying to get it as even as we can. You can just work it from the edges and let gravity do its trick by just falling a little bit like that. Or if you want to get your fingers underneath and kind of use that like a spreading motion, under like that. Channel your inner Italian pizza making. And already it's kind of starting to take its shape. Due to our commercial size ovens here at the farm, we don't have the space to make a big round pizza. So we're going to be making some rectangular pizzas today. But if you can get a pizza pan. Like Lindsay was saying, you can grill your pizza. Do you want to share a little bit about how you
Yeah. So grilling pizza is really quick and easy. It takes about like 5 minutes. So you would thus do the same thing that Lily's doing now. You're prepping your dough, and then you would slather some olive oil on it, throw that side face down on your hot grill, and then keep checking it every couple minutes. The first side takes a little bit longer, kind of like anything on the grill, but maybe like 3 or 4 minutes. Flip it over. This is when you got to work quick. Then you put all your toppings on the other side. So you put your sauce and your cheese. You close that lid. And yeah, your pizza's done in like 6 minutes, and it's delicious. It's nice and crunchy and really doughy. So yeah.
Great. All right. So this dough is definitely still a little too cold to work with, but you guys at home will be fine since you have your dough sitting out at room temperature or even in the sun, which will really help it to rise and stay nice and even here. All right. So we will grab one of our pans here. And I'm just going to kind of work it out on the tray too, I think. Try and get a better shape. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with a funny looking pizza. As long as it's nice and even, just like when you're making cookies or a cake, if you want to have just nice and even so it'll cook well and cook evenly. Just going to place that there for a sec. And we're just using some cornmeal today to throw down. You can also use parchment paper or wax paper, or just throw some oil in there even, I would think. But doing a little bit of cornmeal on the bottom so we don't stick.
So we've got someone saying loves the air clipping. Thank you. Good job. And then we also have someone asking about the recipe for the dough and the sauce, and we'll share those after the class.
Yes.
For sure with everybody.
Definitely. So, yeah, like I said, this is a very super simple sauce that we just threw together in 10 minutes. But there are some more intricate ones out there. I know one you're going to use had, you can throw in a whole, you can have an onion and throw it in and let that really simmer and cook down for like 45 minutes. then you can take that onion out and use it for something else. But that really, the longer you kind of let it cook and simmer and sit, all of those flavors are really going to come out of your ingredients a whole lot more. But for the sake of time, if you're just throwing together quick pizza, then 10-minute recipes can.
It is. If you do get a hole in your pizza, Lily did not, or maybe a little
really
hole.
close though.
If you just kind of pinch it together, like Lily's doing, it'll just seal up. And obviously, once you bake it, you won't even know. So, but don't be scared of holes. It's okay. It happens.
All right. So, cool. Now we are going to, let's see, what should we do next? Maybe we will chop up our hot Italian sausage. Do that next here. Get a little bit of flour. Should we do another cutting board? Be food safe, probably for our meat, huh? Do you have our color-coded ones for our meat? All right. So, we're just gonna throw this guy over here. And this is, we did cook it. Of course, as you can see, just gave it a little sear and keep that separate. All right. And like before, being careful with our knives, making our claw, and use any meat that you have at home. But for this, we're just gonna do like little medallion slices, just little circles like that. And I think I heard Lindsay mention before that it is a great way to use up some meat and not use a whole lot at one time.
This is a great question for everyone joining in. But, you know, we're making sausage pizza today. We have a plain pizza in there. We have a favorite pizza that we all like to make. So also a great way to use literally whatever is in your fridge. Put it on the pizza. It'll be good.
Definitely. Yeah, so I'd love to actually hear if there are enough people still tuned in with us and you can comment. Go ahead and tell us some of your favorite pizza toppings. I know a controversial one out there. Does anybody like pineapple in their pizza? I know some people love it, some people hate it. All mixed reviews.
I vote pineapple.
You are.
I'm one of those people.
Yeah.
I'm
One of my personal weird creations, which happened a similar way when I didn't have much to eat and I made my own pizza, was a pineapple jalapeno pizza. And it's very strange, and I'm not until you try it.
Yeah. That actually sounds pretty good. I think I would try that.
You can also do white pizzas if you don't like tomato sauce. You can use like an Alfredo sauce. You can even just do like an olive oil base and kind of do it even more rustic. So
You're easily prone to heartburn.
Yep.
You know, you can change the base up so it's not so acidic.
Yeah. Ooh, another good base that I like is pesto. Pesto is a really good base too. And you can use as much or as little sauce as you want. Some people kind of leave a lot of crust. I like to personally go almost all the way out to the edge of my pizzas. Like I said, that's what's so great about pizza. You can make it any which way you want. There's so many options. And it's a good way to just use up what's in the refrigerator too if you want to throw stuff on a pizza. I know growing up, my mom would always make soup, and she used to call it refrigerator soup because it was literally just all the leftover veggies and things that she had cooked with throughout the week, and it was sometimes one of the best soups ever. So you can have refrigerator pizza.
And this is, I know we mentioned this before, but this dough can be broken into 4 doughs. So if you do have a family at home and you might have a picky eater, but you want lots of veggies on your pizza, it's a great way to kind of divide and conquer. Let kids make their own toppings and figure it out.
Yeah. All right, so I'll try and come closer to you guys, get a little stuff out of the way.
There's some more cheese over there, Lily, that I opened.
In front of me. Look at that.
So pretty.
So pretty, so much better than that. Alright, so now is the fun part. You get to put on ingredients. So we have 2 different kinds of cheeses today. We have our shredded mozzarella, we also have our sliced mozzarella, and then we just picked up a 6 Italian cheese blend at the store. But once again, you can use kind of anything you want. So we'll do a little bit of mozzarella.
I love goat cheese on my pizza.
Ooh, I've never tried that.
It's
Goat cheese and honey pizza.
ooh,
Very delicious.
it'd be really good. Almost like a sweet pizza.
Yeah, I said it was like a dessert pizza.
Just another, just to trail right on that, you can do a dessert pizza if you are done with eating savory foods and want to just bury your face in sugar. We don't recommend it, but you can also make your dessert pizza with half of your dough. So you can make dinner with half and then a dessert with the other half, and have everything with one meal.
Alright, Lindsay, you let me know how much you want. This is going to be great.
That's probably good.
No good? Too much?
No, that's good.
Cool. Cool. Oh, and of course, let me just use my hands to that top. Last but not least, we are going to throw on, like we were talking about our herbs from the kitchen, or from the garden. We have some chives that were already spreading out in our garden.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to do a quick, fine little chop on these guys. Now I would think that this is something we're going to add after, right, when it comes out. You wouldn't want that in the oven, but woo. And if you guys could smell this too. All right, what do we think? Ready to go in? Do we prepare your oven?
425.
All right. So cool. Let's do it. Sometimes you can also take a little bit of olive oil and like brush your edges if you want to. But I think with that honey in there, it's really going to come through and kind of caramelize it a little bit too. So I think we're ready to do it. Let's throw it on in. Come on over, you guys. You can. With your 6 feet, I'll come on over. In it goes. All right. And like I said, we have our other pizza in here. Let's take a look at how it's doing.
So you're going to let this bake for around 10 to 15 minutes. If it's a larger pizza, you use most of your dough in one. But if you're doing smaller pizzas, I would check them within maybe 8 to 10, and just peek back at them. You can kind of tell once the edges are round. Kind of like this beautifully funky shaped pizza we've got right here.
Look at how unique and gorgeous that thing is. You can tell that we threw it together 10 minutes before this, but you know what? It's still going to taste amazing.
And we did use a couple. You can see like this was the whole mozzarella.
Yeah.
We should have done like a cow shape.
You can experiment now. You can almost even find yourself a new art form and see how many pictures you can make with different shapes of pizza.
What do you think, you guys? Should we transfer it over and just cut into it and see how it looks?
This
Good
one
look at that dough.
gives us a heart feel.
It does.
For
Look
the
at that.
love of pizza and the love of farms.
All right, let's take a look at it.
So that cornmeal really helped. It just like slid right off. I mean, we got a little bit of cheese there, but
Get us straight in it, but let's see. Let's rip it apart. Oh yeah, no, that's working. Still keeping my hand out of the way of that plate. All right, look at that. I think that's gonna be delicious. And look at that. Like I said, it's got that nice brown edge on it. We're getting that good caramelization. Yeah, it's gonna be good.
all right.
Alright, you guys, so if anyone is, cooking along at home today, or even if you do later in the week, we would absolutely love to see what you guys came up with. Please go ahead and share them to your stories or your pages, and make sure you're using, you can tag us in it as well. So our Instagram handle for our Facebook users is at Farm Institute, and our Facebook is at The Farm Institute. And make sure you're using the hashtag Cooking Together Trustees. That's going to be across our organization statewide. We're going to be doing some other cooking demonstrations as well, I believe. So we want to get that hashtag going, and that way you guys can follow along, and then that way we can see your finished products as well. Great. So are there any last minute questions or comments or anything that you guys would like to share with us today? Give us a second. All right.
I think thank you, Lily, for walking us through that.
Everyone enjoy your home cooking together.
Yeah.
We're excited to see what you create.
All right. We'll see you on Tuesday for story time, and we'll see you on next Thursday for our naturally dyed eggs.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you guys so much. Stay safe.
do? Do I hit